Lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride all make up the 7 deadly sins. These have been passed down for hundreds of years, and they've never been seen in the Bible, but a lot of people use them as just ways to show how not to do things. They are usually seen as extreme versions of natural wants or needs. And today, I just feel like mixing them with something that has nothing to really do with the sins, and that would be fast food mascots. And after looking through these sins, I have found a commonality between these and fast food mascots. Now, do I think it's intentional that they do this? No, but I just think it's pretty interesting, so why not make a video about showing how certain fast food mascots are similar to some of the deadly sins. So that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing with this video, and I hope you enjoy, and let's just get right into it. So the first deadly sin is lust. It is the intense longing for romantic desires, according to Wikipedia. It is seen as the least serious sin. Now, you would think it would be pretty hard to find a fast food mascot who has a longing sexual desire for something at all. However, there is one, and that is the Taco Bell dog. The Taco Bell dog started in 1997, and right out the gate, it was hot and steamy for some gorditas. In some of the ads, the dog would walk past a female dog. So this dog, it would be at like a city or someplace. It would walk by another dog that was interested in him, just completely ignoring it, just throwing it to the side and just be like, nah, you ain't worthy. And it would instead go for a gordita, a Taco Bell gordita, which if someone's putting a Taco Bell gordita over you, you're dodging a bullet. Good on ya. This is a dog version of someone being in a romantic relationship with their body pillow. Like, it ain't real. It ain't sentient. In fact, with the tacos, with the gorditas, anything that was featured in these ads that have sour cream, I would be very, very wary of that sour cream. I would not eat that. It might go against the actual lust sin, because that includes some things that eating that taco with that quote-unquote sour cream would entail. The campaigns ended after a few years. Anyway, on to the next thing. The next deadly sin is gluttony, which is the overconsumption of anything to the point of waste. So just gouging your face, like just eating so much or just using so much of an object that just goes to waste. And I think the perfect fit for this sin is Grimace. Alright, first of all, look at him. He is big, he is round. He's not round, he's butt plug shaped, but he is wide. He is very wide. And in the old ads, he would have 4 arms so that he loves milkshakes. He really, really loves milkshakes. So he would use all of his arms to grab the milkshakes, which nobody needs 4 milkshakes. Not even this purple thing. It's not a human. Apparently, according to McDonald's, it is the embodiment of a milkshake headache. So, just exactly what you want to be your mascot. Isn't that just great? The embodiment of something that is not comfortable at all. Also, the wiki states that he's purple, which I did not know at all. That's something new to me. Never knew that blows my mind that he's purple. You know, this is just gonna go into a side rant, tangent. I don't know what it is. But with what happened recently with the Grimace Shake incident of 2023, I think Grimace is a psyop for McDonald's, okay? I'm going to just go off. This doesn't have anything to do with the 7 deadly sins. Anyway, on to the next one. The next deadly sin is greed. The sin of greed is just wanting more than what you need. Like, you want more money than what you need instead of helping others. That's pretty much what it is. And I think this could be none other than the Chuck E. Cheese rat. The Charles Entertainment Cheese rat. It is a rat up until a certain point in time, but it was a rat. All I really have to say is that he's a rat with a New Jersey accent. So this rodent, this little rodent, that's what he is. He steals money from children, little kids. He steals money to make them play his arcade games under the illusion of fun, which, okay, yeah, they are kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie. This Chuck E. Cheese, Charles himself, got me with this one.
Poggers!
Probably isn't from the kids themselves. It's probably from, like, you know, the parents of the kids. But either way, he's stealing the money. He is taking way more than what he needs to fund his operation, for him to make more areas, for him to steal more operations, for him to steal his money, and for him to be able to clone himself across all locations so he could trick kids. Sometimes he is a little bit charitable. He does give a token or two to kids, but there have also been tales where he takes them away. He takes the tokens away from kids and plays the games for himself and loses for the kids. What disgusting rodent would do that? It's this rat. He is the lottery for children. He makes them gamble away their savings, and he gives them tickets in exchange for playing his arcade games, or arcade games that you use tokens on. And he gives the illusion that, oh, if you wouldn't get enough tickets, you'll get a big prize. But nobody ever gets the big prize. It's just an illusion. Nobody gets them. They're not real. No, you'll be stuck paying 5 tickets for a Jolly Rancher. 5 tickets for one single Jolly Rancher. Or maybe you'll get 75 tickets for a bouncy ball. Alright, which the amount of money that you spend to get those 75 tickets is, you could probably buy like a whole bunch of bouncy balls for that price. It is not worth it, but he tricks these children into thinking it is, and that's what's so disgusting about this rodent. But yeah, his arcade games are pretty fun though. I can't lie. I have not been to a Chuck E. Cheese in actual years. Actually, no, I can't remember the last time I went to a Chuck E. Cheese. Last time I went to a Chuck E. Cheese was probably when I was like 3. I don't think I had conscious. I don't think I gained sentience at that point. But yeah, on to the next thing. The next sin is sloth. So sloth is the unwillingness to use the gifts given by the Holy Spirit. Now, these are multiple gifts. They could be wisdom, mental ability, physical ability, all of that. So there are multiple ways that the Arby's oven mitt breaks these. 1, nobody was using their mental gifts making this mascot. Nobody associates Arby's with an oven mitt. They associate Arby's with stomach pains. Why would they choose an oven mitt? Because it's a roast beef place. You don't use an oven mitt for roast beef. That's just not what you do. Something better would be like a meat slicer, or maybe, I don't know, a cow. Not an oven mitt. Why would it be an oven mitt? But another way that it does not use the mental gifts, I think the oven mitt itself could be put into sloth because it's just mentally not there. If you look into the oven mitt's eyes, there's not a thought behind them. You look into the oven mitt's eyes, and it's just TV static. It's mind-numbing. Another way that Arby's is connected to sloth is, last time I had Arby's was on a road trip. I ate Arby's and I did not shit for 3 days. It caused me to be constipated for 3 whole days. So I guess it caused me to not use my gift of digestion, because there's probably something toxic in the Arby's food. So there's another way that it could be sloth. And one more thing about the oven mitt, apparently they sold the mascot of the oven mitt as actual oven mitts, and they had to be recalled. So I'm guessing they just did not know how to make an oven mitt. So again, they did not use their mental gifts. And that's about it for that one. Let's move on to the next sin. So the next sin is wrath. So wrath is the uncontrollable feelings of anger and hatred. It's me when I have to eat Burger King, which that's later on this list, don't worry. The fast food mascot that really embodies that anger and that hatred would be the Domino's Noid. You see, the Noid is a devilish being. It's just so angry at pizza because I'm guessing it's racist towards Italians. Maybe the Noid had a run-in with an Italian mobster, took his money, and now he just thinks that all of them are like that. He might not have the best morals. So he takes that anger and that hatred, and he wants to destroy every single pizza that he can. And he's so blinded by this hatred. When he comes up to Domino's, he uses like all these contraptions, like a hammer, a saw, and everything. And he's so blinded by this hatred that he will do anything to try and destroy Domino's pizza. He's so angry and blinded by this hatred that he hurts himself while doing this. And I think he could just find healing if he would just not be angry at Italians anymore. I don't know why he's angry at Italians. Just because he had one bad experience with them doesn't mean that he has to judge all of them like that. That's called racism. And it's just not tolerated in this day and age. Which is why he's not the mascot anymore. Actually, no, they brought him back somewhat recently. But I don't think it was for that long. And they also got rid of him because a guy thought the ads were made about him. So he held up a Domino's at gunpoint and then killed himself later on. So I think that's part of the reason why they stopped. But yeah, anyway, next sin. Let's keep it rolling. So the next sin is envy, which is pretty much just being jealous about what others' lives are. Like, if I was like, oh, this person is better life than me, I'm so jealous of them, I'm mad at them. That's envy. So what mascot could work with envy? This is the one that took me the longest to figure out, because I really don't know. So I'm just gonna go with the Chick-fil-A cows. This is gonna be a short segment because I don't have a lot to talk about. The Chick-fil-A cows, they have the signs, they have the paintbrushes and I don't know how the cows can paint. They have the paintbrushes and all that. They say like, eat more chicken, because they're so envious of the chicken's lives. What's the big thing in fast food? And where come from? They come from cows. And so the cows are not happy with, being cut into for a hamburger. They're waging war against the chickens because I guess they think that the chickens are a lesser species than them. They're envious of the success that chickens have because they don't. Wait, I was about to say that chickens don't have to die to be useful because they have eggs. But my dumbass just remembered that milk exists, so scratch that entire idea. Anyway, point is, the cows are envious of chickens. I got nothing else. Move on. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. The last and most just horrible sin of all. The last sin is pride. Pride is pretty much where you think that you are higher than God himself. Your ego is so big that you think that you are better than everyone else, and that you're the best, and that no one else is better than you, and that everything else is just worse. You're the best. And you know what? You know who thinks that they are the best, better than everyone? None other than someone who claims to be the king, and whose franchise is named Burger King. They aren't the king of burgers. They aren't the king of anything other than being shit. I fucking hate Burger King with a passion. I despise Burger King, and I'm going to talk about the king himself. The king himself thinks that his burgers are the best because they're, what are they, char-boiled, flame-grilled, whatever. They are not. Biting into a Burger King burger just fills me with sadness. There is not an ounce of happiness. Because, at least, like, with a McDonald's burger, or better yet, a Culver's burger, you bite into it and you're like, yeah, this is pretty unhealthy, but man, this tastes pretty decent, pretty good, man. That's not the same way with Burger King. You have guilt and shame biting into each bite. With each bite, it's just more guilt and more shame because, one, the food is absolutely atrocious. You don't know why you spent your money on it. And two, each bite is probably like 100 calories. Burger King just sucks in every single way. You're wasting calories. The King could be every single one of these sins, you know? He fits every single one. Maybe except for lust. And maybe gluttony. Okay, maybe not. Maybe he doesn't really fit a lot of them, but pride he definitely does fit because he thinks that he's the king. I'm glad the King is gone. Actually, okay, there is one good thing about the King. He did make those Xbox games. He made, what was it, Pocket Bike Racer? Oh man, Pocket Bike Racer, oh boy, that's a great game. He made Pocket Bike Racer. He made Sneak King, where he was the star. And he made Big Bumpin', which sucked. But the other two, I enjoy. I don't think I answered anything about any of these guys, the more I think about it. But it's okay. And that's the last sin. We've gone through all of the 7 deadly sins. There are 7 mascots that I think are a good fit for each of the deadly sins. And if you disagree with me, it probably means you're smart, because I don't know what I just talked about for the last 30 minutes. But I don't know what this will cut down to. But I've been talking for 30 minutes, almost 40 minutes. And I don't know how much of this is going to be usable at all. But if this ends up coming out unlike the last 3 videos that I recorded because I didn't like them, thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you for watching. That's pretty much it.